Oh boy, well, this has turned into a very ugly predicament of sorts, if I do say so myself. What's going on, everyone? Digital Alucard here. Today I'm going to be talking about a rather unsatisfactory update to the promotion that involves PS4 themes and avatars for Persona 5 Royal. This is by no means a guide video on how to obtain the themes and avatars because of the current situation. This is to update on it. I can only really point in a certain direction, but unless we get word from Atlus, which at this point I don't even think is going to happen, it's pretty much the only way. I'll get to that at the end of the video when I wrap up. So, for those of you who are uninformed about this entire situation, let me quickly jot it down a bit. So, Persona 5 Royal released back in October 31st, 2019 in Japan. And when people who played on the original Persona 5, both in Japanese and Western territories, noticed that for their PS4 they can just buy themes and avatars for Persona 5 no problem and just customize their PS4, if anything, just for a little bit, and get some sort of satisfaction out of that. That wasn't the case with Persona 5 Royal, unfortunately. When Persona 5 Royal came out in Japan in October 31st of 2019, people soon noticed that there were themes and avatars, just like Persona 5, for Persona 5 Royal, available on the Japanese PlayStation Store. However, when the game came out in Western territories in March of 31st, 2020, people quickly have noticed that those themes and avatars were nowhere to be found in their country's PlayStation Store offerings. So, what does that mean? What exactly happened? Well, turns out Atlus West and PlayStation decided to create a promotion for the Western version of the game by offering the themes and avatars for free through the PlayStation newsletter. Now, of course, you had to have been signed up for the newsletter prior to getting the trophies. But to those who didn't sign up for the newsletter, this promotion was completely unknown to a lot of people. Unless you decided to look it up online, did your research, and figured out what was really going on behind the scenes with it, you had absolutely zero idea this promotion even existed. That's because those who already signed up for the PlayStation newsletter prior to the game's release got the newsletter promotion about the themes and avatars, and not many news articles really touched in on the topic. Some, like Push Square, for example, pushed out articles talking about the situation, but it didn't really get much attention other than that, with maybe a few exceptions to the matter, like I said, Push Square and a few other websites. Well, at this time I was really kind of annoyed by that system because, yes, I got the email that let me know about the promotion, but because I knew about the promotion, it really ticked me off on the fact that people didn't know about the promotion and didn't know how to go about getting these things. So what ended up happening was I ended up looking online one day and decided that I wanted to make a guide. Why? Because not many guides existed for the game. It was a situation where, okay, I had to decide, should I contribute my 2 cents and have someone else out on the internet do the job that I should be doing, or make the guide myself? And so I decided to go with the guide. So I made the guide, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to use this opportunity with the guide to help people who are completely uninformed on the promotion in and of itself. Make sure that people have the sign up on the newsletter, get the trophies that they need, and bim bam boom, they get the themes and avatars. It's all said and done. I ended up making 2 videos on the whole topic of it. As you can see on the screen, I released the first video guide back in July 16th, 2020, really showcasing how to unlock the themes and avatars. Meanwhile, over time, people didn't understand how to get the newsletter either, so I made a follow-up nearly a year later, back in June 26th of 2021, to help people sign up with the newsletter. And those videos ended up really popular and did really well for my channel's growth. And I really appreciate that, but at the same time, I'm very frustrated that the guides didn't serve enough of a purpose to help people get the themes and avatars, because that's really the end goal of this whole thing, is to help people get these things for people who are unaware of the promotion, or people who were aware of the promotion and didn't have a means of information to really obtain these things. But that's on PlayStation, that's on Sega, that's on Atlus West. They're the ones with the tone-deaf behavior, they're the ones with the lack of communication, they're the ones who are just giving us disappointment for anyone who wants to even remotely customize their PlayStation. And it's really disappointing. I really hope things change, hopefully from Atlus West's perspective, on maybe a secondary solution. If anything, I don't expect a free way to get the themes and avatars after this promotion. And there's really no guarantee that we're gonna have a solution to this. If there is a solution or a solution planned, I at least hope that they decide to sell them on the PlayStation Store, which is what the Japanese store originally had in the first place. Because if anything, just having the ability to get them is enough. Whether you get them for free or you pay for them, that's really debatable among some of us. But just the mere ability to get them is enough in my personal opinion. If I had no other choice, I would probably pay for them too. And I wouldn't mind it. Some of you may be different, I have no clue. But they should at least give everybody a chance to access this content if they can't get it through the promotion. At least sell them. Not to mention the fact that this is a golden opportunity to make some extra money off of the themes and avatars by selling them on the store, rather than just making them free through a arbitrary, nameless promotion that barely got attention. But where's the evidence to really suggest that this has been going on? Well, some of you who have been commenting on the comment section already know this is true because it's happened to you. But for those who were completely on the fence of whether what I'm saying is true or not, I got at least 2 screenshot examples from a couple of people who contacted me on the matter from their experience, and I'm going to lay them out right now. Shoutouts to Arcs Juicer and Louisen from my YouTube comment section for providing their own ends on this. Arcs Juicer talks about his experience with customer support, whereas Louisen talks about his own in-depth research from his point of view after talking to customer support. Feel free to pause in these moments of the video. I'm not going to showcase them for too long, nor am I going to read them out. That's for you to look into. So yeah, that's pretty much really the situation at hand. The only really big advice I can really offer until we hear anything from Atlus West, PlayStation, or Sega in regards to secondary ability of, trying to obtain these cosmetic items like themes and avatars. to get them in Western PlayStation stores at a purchasable option, we can only really tell on a guess, really. Trying to get this out there is really going to be a problematic situation in general, because not many people are really going to advocate this kind of thing to even come out, because it just seems extremely minor to most. And that's unfortunate for those who don't care about customization. I wish I could help any further. I cannot make any further guides in the matter because it's really gotten out of my own hands, because it's really up to the companies that are in charge of this, and it's really disappointing. But until we hear any news of a possible release for Western PlayStation Store release, your best bet, really from my own advice, is to make sure the account you're playing on is primaried to your primary PS4 system. Make sure that you have a Japanese account that's also primary to your console, and make sure you have Japanese yen in your Japanese account and buy them on the Japanese store for PlayStation. And that would involve things like ordering PlayStation yen cards from PlayAsia or anything like that. I really wish I had a different solution for everyone here, and I'm sorry if I've disappointed you guys. But this is the best I can really come up with. Like I said, this video is not meant to create a solution, because the solution is really buy it from Japanese store. If I had any other solution, I'd offer it by now, but it's beyond my hands at this point. So again, sorry for disappointing you all in that regard. But hopefully you guys find a way to satiate yourselves on the matter. If need be, it might be your only choice to just go buy them from the Japanese store. But that's really all I have to say in the matter. Hopefully you guys have a great day. I have some content coming up here soon, if you guys are really interested in it. But it really depends. If you guys have any opinion on what kind of content I should make from here on out, because I'm not making a further guide on this matter, feel free to let me know. I've even thought of making customized game trailers to be as authentic to a real trailer as possible, for games such as Persona 5 Royal, or games like Xenoblade, or any other franchise, really. Like, if you guys want me to make custom trailers, let me know what you would like to see in a trailer, and maybe I will release it. It will definitely be a huge undertaking, that's for sure. But if you have any other kinds of content you want me to see me tackle, or if you have any challenges I should do, like playing a scary game, which I'm not really wanting to do, but I'll do it if you guys want me to do it. Until then, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.